Today we're going to walk through a few highlights from Salesforce's Financial Services Cloud release for Spring 23. All right, so on the screen I have a developer edition of Financial Services with some sample data. And one of the first things that I wanted to show is the actual relationship center, the ARC. There's a handful of updates for this. One of the main ones is that you can display the hierarchy for an arc going down, aka vertical, instead of across. So previously, everything was horizontal. Like if I click on one of these nodes, you'll see that it's expanding the hierarchy from left to right. And then if I click on this node, looks like nothing comes up there. Oops, excuse me. Let's see if I can get it to go further. There we go. So you'll see that the hierarchy is going from left to right. However, in Spring 23, you can change it so that the hierarchy goes from top to bottom, aka vertical. I created a simple graph that's not as complex as this, but it demonstrates the point. So if I click on one of these nodes here, you'll see that instead of going left to right, it's now going from top to bottom. And then if I click this, you'll see that it keeps expanding down. Some other updates with the ARC. If I go to Setup here and just show you the graph builder, actionable relationship center. And let's just go and edit one of these. So if you click on one, you can now use a flex card for a node. And for actions, you are able to tie OmniScripts to this, which I can't show you here. But for actions, you can tie OmniScripts, and for the display, you can use flex cards if you have OmniStudio installed in your Financial Services Cloud org. In this case, with the Developer Edition, I do not have that installed, so I cannot show you that. However, that is a great update for Spring 23. A couple other updates, interaction summaries, you can now turn on so that they automatically get created from events in your Outlook or Google Calendar. So to take a look at that, if you type interaction summaries here in Setup and then go to the interaction summary settings section, you can enable this setting, which I've already done, and once you enable it, you can't disable, but once you enable it, then down here at the bottom, this is a new setting, the Einstein Activity Capture Financial Services Cloud. If you enable it, it will then automatically create interaction summaries for you from the events in your Google or your Outlook calendar. A couple other things that I'm not going to be able to visually show you that were things worth mentioning. There were some updates related to assessments in the discovery framework of Financial Services Cloud for Spring 23. Like you're going to be able to pre-fill data from previous assessments. You can build forms using OmniScript elements and so on. So those are some nice updates. And then for the actual segmentation, which is a beta feature, users are able to segment their own clients for outreach purposes. So there are a handful of updates there that you all should check out as well in this new Spring 23 release. Yeah, so we are excited for a lot of these updates, especially the updates related to the ARC for Spring 23. So once you have a moment to play around with this new release, you definitely should. There's a lot that you can do with it.